Anti-conversion laws by Karnataka State Legislative Assembly are making a lot of news here. Let me start with the anti-conversion laws. So Karnataka Legislative Assembly passed the name of the bill which was passed, the Karnataka Right to Freedom of Religion Bill 2021, and this is commonly referred to as anti-conversion bill. Now, if you look at the name of the bill, it says right to freedom of religion. So, what is the intention of the bill? The intention of the bill, as per the government, is to provide right to freedom to people. Now, I guess you people are aware of right to freedom under article number. Quickly, someone, article number, right to freedom. Article number 25. Fundamental rights under article 25. So that actually guarantees right to freedom. Okay, and we'll see in detail what article 25 is and what are its provisions. We'll see that. And now, after this bill is passed by the assembly, it is being sent to the upper house of Karnataka legislature, that is Karnataka Legislative Council, ಅಥವಾ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ವಿಧಾನ ಪರಿಷತ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So that is where the bill will go now. What are the first of all, we'll see the features of the bill, and it will help us to easily understand. So here, first of all, the bill prohibits something. What does the bill prohibit? Now, the name of the bill says it is going to provide freedom of religion. So, what do you mean by provision? Provision means it should provide something, but instead it is prohibiting something, that is not allowing something. So there is a basic difference between providing someone and not allowing someone to do something. So here, it prohibits conversion from one religion to another religion by misrepresentation or by force or by fraud or by allurement or marriage. So these are the conditions in which conversion from one religion to another religion is prohibited by the bill. So, on the face of it, you can argue, sir, if you are prohibiting a person from converting from one religion to another religion, then how are you actually providing him the right to freedom of religion? How are you actually providing the, see, what do you mean by right to freedom of religion? Any person can follow any religion without any bound. So he, like, for example, if I'm a Hindu, I can get converted to Christianity, I can get converted to Islam or whichever religion I want. That is my freedom. So the bill says it is going to provide freedom of religion as per the name, but here it is prohibiting conversion. So it is like kind of contrary to what the name of the bill suggests. But it exempts a person who reconverts to his immediate previous religion. So this is like a provision which kind of legalizes something called as ghar vapsi. I guess you would have heard of something like ghar vapsi. Ghar vapsi means it is like a kind of program by these Hindutva organizations. What these Hindutva organizations do is kind of, let's say, a person from Islam was converted. Sorry, a person from Hinduism, like especially in our society, generally the ones who belong to the lower strata of the society, if they are converted to Islam from Hinduism, they are organizing this program in which they are reconverting them back from Islam to Hinduism. So this is called as ghar vapsi, and it kind of legalizes ghar vapsi. So it exempts a person who reconverts to his immediate previous religion. For example, a Hindu who has become a Christian, again, if he becomes a Hindu, then that is not considered as conversion as per this. So, kind of such thing is allowed here. And nature of the offense, that is one serious problem, that is, it is cognizable. What do you understand by cognizable? Cognizable means, please note this term because these are the terms that are being asked by UPSC. And one of the points that I want to mention here, UPSC in recent one of the interviews, UPSC has expressed its desire to include law in the syllabus of UPSC, because it is found that most of these IAS officer and IPS officers, when they actually join the service, they don't have much awareness about the law. So that is why minimum basic knowledge about law is expected of an aspirant. So here, what do you understand by if an offense is cognizable? Cognizable means arrest can be made without a warrant. So a police, for example, let's say you have committed some murder and there is a weapon in your hand, then actually I can directly arrest you without warrant. Then again, I don't have to go to the magistrate, get a warrant and arrest you. I can directly arrest you right there itself because that is cognizable. So there the power is with the police officer. Now here the question is, do you think conversion from one religion to another religion is so serious that you can make an arrest without even getting a warrant? Do you think those people will run away or they're going to commit some crime immediately if you don't arrest them? So is there a necessity for cognizable, making the offense cognizable? That is the question. And also, the offense is made non bailable. That is, you can't get a bail for this. Is it so necessary that you should make it? Mm, Andhra Pradesh CM has opted for this after becoming CM. Okay. Huh. And also, it prescribes jail terms and fines all for conversion. So it is pretty serious. That is, the offenses are considered as pretty serious. Now, before proceeding further, let us see what our constitution has to say under Article number 25 about the freedom of religion. So, our constitution, which is the basic law of the land, in part 3, that is part 3 related to fundamental rights, it guarantees four types of right here. First of all, it guarantees freedom of conscience. Okay, so what is freedom of conscience? Freedom of conscience is your ability to think freely in terms of religion. That is your right to mold your relationship with God. So basically speaking, you can believe in any god you want. You can believe in Hinduism, Shaivism, Vaishnavism, Buddhism, Jainism, Islam, anything. You're free to do that. Or if you don't want to believe in anything, that is also fine. You can be an atheist. And the second right here, Article 25, is the right to profess. Now, what do you mean by profess? Profess means you can declare your beliefs. You can go and say, yes, I am a Hindu, I am a Muslim, I am a Christian, I am an atheist, I don't believe in any God. You're free to do that. And the third part of this fundamental right here, you have the right to practice. Right to practice. For example, if you want to keep this vermilion ಕುಂಕುಮ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ you can do it. That is your right. If you want to keep vibhuti, you can. If you want to wear burqa, you can. Nobody can question you that. If you want to wear the turban, if you're a Sikh, you have the right to practice. And out of these four, two controversial aspects under this anti-conversion. One is freedom of conscience, and the other is the freedom to propagate. Now, what do you understand by the term propagate? Propagate means you can go to someone else and convince them to follow your religion, or you can go to someone and tell them about the greatness of your religion. You can explain to them how great your religion is. So basically, let's say you're a Christian, you can approach any other person who belongs to any other religion, and you can convince him that by believing in Jesus Christ he can have so and so advantages. So this is a controversial aspect, but this is provided by the constitution itself. Now, don't you think when you convince someone to come to your religion, that is some aspect of conversion actually? If you can convince someone to come to your religion, don't you think that is conversion? Yes. But at the same time, there is freedom of conscience. Now, guys, please appreciate the fight between freedom of conscience and propagate. See, I have, let's say, there are two persons, A and B, and let's say A is convincing B to come to his religion. Now, B has the freedom of conscience to think on his own, to follow his own religion. And what A is doing, A is actually affecting that freedom of conscience. A is trying to change B. A B ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? He is affecting the freedom of conscience. But A also has the right to propagate. A can convince B under this same article, under the right to propagate, and B has the right to freedom of conscience. This is a classic conflict which has been discussed in various Supreme Court cases, and ultimately Supreme Court has taken a stand which we will see at the end. ಎಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋಣ ಏನಿದೆ ಸುಪ್ರೀಂ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. Sir, regarding this freedom of practice, can a school or an institution prohibit the students or employees not to wear a hijab or turban, saying it's not a part of uniform? Okay, just a minute. We saw recent students protesting against Muslims wearing hijab. Actually, no school or any institution can prohibit a person from doing that. All people can practice their religion. For example, even Sikhs are exempted from wearing this what do you say, helmet, because they want to wear the turban. No turban irutte, so they can't put their helmet, so they are exempted. So that is a gross violation of fundamental right under article 25 if any school or college has done that. So they have all rights to wear hijab. If it is a integral system of their religion, then nobody can actually do that. It is a gross violation. It will be challenged in court. Okay, so let us see some history of anti-conversion bills that are there. So here, pre-independence, that is before independence, also there was this anti-conversion bills that were there, but they were mostly introduced by these Hindu princely states. Hindu princely states that were there, they were mainly introducing these anti-conversion bills, and that was mainly to protect their identity from Christian missionaries. The Christian missionaries which were there, they were rapidly converting many people who belonged to Hinduism to Christianity. And in order to prevent the conversion, uh, here, what do you say, the Hindu princes, Hindu princely states actually brought these laws. Then, after we got independence, some attempts were made to bring these laws at national level, at the central level. But again, these attempts failed because there was no consensus in the parliament to bring these anti conversion laws. The parliament as a whole did not agree for this, and as a result of which, you can see here, due to lack of parliamentary support, these bills, especially these three, were important bills and they failed. And what is the current stand? Currently, what does the law ministry have to say? In 2015, law ministry clarified something. It is said the conversion is purely a state subject, and it has left that to the states. And it is said Parliament will not take any decisions regarding these conversion bill. It is like kind of Parliament. It is difficult to get these bills passed in Parliament, so it has kind of put the ball in the court of the states. It has left that to the states. States bitpudide. If you want, you get the bill. If you don't want, it's okay. So that is actually in certain way, certain aspect, it is actually good. Yeah. Now, what is the rationale that the government is saying? See, whenever you're appearing for civil service examinations, you should never be one side. You should never have one-sided approach. You should also know why the government is actually bringing these bills, And what is the rationale behind these bills? See, we all know why. What is the rationale behind these bills? It is very simple, to get votes in election. But again, that can't be written in the examination. So you should know the real reason which the government is providing. What the government has to say. See, government can't say I want votes. That's why I'm going to bring this bill. So it will give some fine reasons. So you should observe what those reasons are. So the government is saying there is a fear of change in demography. Now, what do you mean by change in demography? Change in the percentage of different population. It is said that, uh, like if this conversion is allowed, lot of people from what do you say, especially these majority religions like Hinduism, are going to migrate to other religions. The fear is they will migrate from one religion to another religion, and that will lead to a lot of social conflict in the society, unrest in the society. And that is why I'm going to bring this bill to ban these illegal conversions. That is what the government is saying. And the government is saying, I'm not going to blanket ban. If you want to get converted, it's okay. But only thing is, these conditions that were specified, ಯಾವುದು? You can't get converted by force. You should not be converted by force or fraud or allurement. Allurement basically means enticement. If someone says, I'm get converted to Christianity, I'm going to pay you 10 lakhs, then that is allurement. And also marriage. This is some controversial aspect. I guess there is this, what do you say, fight going on about love jihad. I guess you people have heard of this. There is a fight going on with these Hindutva right wing groups that are there, accuse the minority communities of, what do you say, enticing the, what do you say, women from this Hindus and getting them converted to Islam. This is some accusation that is being made by right wing Hindutva groups. So, kind of this prohibits that. The bill actually prohibits that.